Now, imagine living in a world where 80% of the population had superpowers. Superpowers that ranged anything from fire hot enough to melt steel beams, or growing so large you become the size of a skyscraper, or even having engines in your legs that allow you to run really, really fast. And you're a little kid, you've been waiting your whole life to develop your powers, and your powers are that your ears turn into coat hanger like things. Yeah, that's an actual one. In case you're curious, you can find a guy that looks like that in episode 1 of My Hero Academia. That's also going to be our topic for the day. Not the coat hanger ears, but My Hero Academia and its powers, which are in this show, are called quirks. So, do you have a minute to talk about quirky superpowers?
Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Matt's Minutes!
Sorry, doing all my voice is a lot harder than it sounds like. Hi, as my hat was clearly saying, welcome to another exciting episode of Matt's Minutes, the only show on the internet that isn't afraid to make a hat look like the actual number one hero. My name is Matt, and today we are going to be talking about the show My Hero Academia. I love this show. Everything about it, well, ta-da! It is an anime, but I love everything about this show, including the character development, the plot, the quirks, and of course, the action sequences are really, really good. Now, one thing I've always noticed about the show is that some of the main characters have quirks that match their general personality, and some examples include the guy that can create explosions from his hand has an explosive temper. The guy that has engines in his legs and can run really, really fast, he also talks really, really fast and is extremely fast at doing everything and gets it done pretty efficiently. The girl that can make everything that she touch have no gravity and just kind of float, she has a very uplifting personality. Now, does this work for every character in the show? No, definitely not, but it is a common trend that I've noticed at least among some of the main cast. So here's my question today. Do quirks influence the user's personality? It's possible. I mean, it is canon in the My Hero universe that quirks can be passed down from the father and mother to the child, which would also make sense given that the child's personality also comes from both of their parents to an extent. In addition, the children develop quirks at a very young age, so it might be that depending on what kind of quirk you get at a young age, it might just be enough to influence your personality in ways that it wouldn't have if you didn't have that exact quirk. Now, I've prepared an example for what I'm talking about here. Imagine that you had a quirk that could help plants grow faster. You would probably be more inclined to respect and want to care for nature. Now, is that a guarantee? No, absolutely not. You could hate your quirk and hate nature. But, at least in my hypothesis, I feel like having such a quirk like that would lead someone to be more inclined to be more nature-driven. In addition, what if you had a quirk that allowed you to jump really high? Or turned your arms into flashlights? Or what if you had echolocation? Or even allowing someone to forget a memory of their choosing. Now, these would probably have some aspect of influencing your personality, I would think. How exactly, I'm not sure, because those are kind of unique quirks, and I really didn't take the time to analyze that, because it would also depend on a few other factors. But theoretically, they would have an influence on your personality. So, based off this, I thought it would be interesting to ask you, based off your personality, what do you think your quirk would be? Mine, for example, I'm going to take just a snap bit of my personality and talk about a trait that I have. So, at my job, I walk very, very quietly. Not on purpose, it's just one of those things. I naturally walk around quietly, and so no one ever hears me walk up. And so I feel like a good quirk for me might be ghost powers. The ability to go invisible, walk through walls. I think that would be pretty cool and fit part of my natural traits and personality. But anyway, I want to hear, what do you think? Do you think it's possible that these quirks could have an influence on their user's personality? I also want to hear, what do you think your quirk would be if so? If you don't agree with me, leave your reasoning why. I'd love to hear it, and I try to read the comments on all of these as much as I possibly can and respond to them as well. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We do upload weekly, so by subscribing, you are up to date on when we post new videos. And I promise you, we got some good content coming your way, so you really don't want to miss it. Until the next time, everyone, go beyond.
Plus Ultra!
For those of you that aren't aware, that's one of the main mottos in the show is go beyond plus ultra. So I guess we're gonna try that again. 1, 2, 3.
Go beyond! Plus Ultra!